Hello, welcome back to Chris's Beer Reviews. How are you? Hope you're doing really well. Also, hope you've had a great Christmas. Hope you've had great food, great beers, more importantly, a great company and good old conversation over a few beers and a Christmas dinner. So it's time for a beer review. And as you can see from the thumbnail, we're off to BREWDOG, the brewery that I love to bash. Do love to bash the old BREWDOG. And we're looking at a 330ml can of Juice Shack Session New England IPA called Juice Shack, and on the side it says "Let the juices flow." I'm not the biggest fan of the artwork on that. The red and the yellow and the silver and the pink, for me, it doesn't really work very well. This was a gift from my friend Pete, so thank you very much for the beer, Pete. He also bought me a few lovely German beers he popped over yesterday, and in the bag was this. Now, Pete, you know I like to bash the BrewDog, and Pete is a bit of a BrewDog fan, or certainly has been. He understands that the beers have dropped in quality, but he assures me that this Session New England IPA, coming in at 4.8% ABV, is decent. We'll find out, shall we, Pete? We shall find out. Let's crack on with it then. So let's get it out in the glass. Let's have a look at her, see how she looks, sniffs and tastes. Let's have a head, please. Thank you. Get that all in. Pop this on this box that just happens to be sitting on the bar at the right time in the right place. It's actually a bottle of Jameson's Black Barrel. But there's a can. You can see the can. Let's have a look at the beer. Not much of a head going on. Typical IPA type look to it. Let's have a little sniff. Nope, nearly knocked it over then. Smells tropical. Smells juicy. It smells like a BrewDog New England IPA, to be fair. There is a little bit of hoppiness, almost a little bit of dankness in there. Tropical, fruity, bit of hoppiness on the aroma as well. Let's get tasting it. Cheers. Let's have another go. Oh dear. Right, let's just clear this up. It's a drinkable beer. It is a session beer. 4.8%. It's definitely sessionable. It's easy to drink. It's quite light. It's a bit refreshing. But you know it's a BrewDog beer. You know it's the BrewDog of now, not the BrewDog of old. You know it's one of their new beers. It tastes very similar to the majority of their other beers that are out there. But as a session beer, it's not offensive. I don't know how much it costs, and I really don't like 330ml cans. If you're going to make a session beer, stick it in a 440ml can, please, because it's probably going to be expensive to buy a load of those to session if you fancied a session. It's a bit thin. It's a little bit on the watery side. But that hoppiness I got in the aroma, you do get on the back end, which I like. It is hoppy. It's got a nice bitterness. That hoppy bitterness is actually pretty good. The tropical flavours, I'm not going to pick them all out. It's that typical type of tropical vibe, but it is very, very dull, very watery in that sense. But it is refreshing. It's not a winter beer. In the summer, it's probably quite a smashable beer in the summer. Barbecue on in the evening. You want to have a beer that you don't really want to think too much about, but you want to have a beer and you want something that's light, refreshing, a little bitter bite on the back. It fits that bill. Is it a proper New England IPA? No chance whatsoever. It all does feel a bit dialed down. It's just a typical BrewDog beer of now. It's just very BrewDog typical of the way their beers are. But I do like that little hoppy vibe bitterness on the back. That is quite nice. Easy drinking, non-offensive. Nothing really to complain about if you take it as a session beer. As a session beer, can't really complain about it. Would I buy it? No, I wouldn't buy it. thank you, Pete, for bringing me it. And I've got a second can, which I will drink. It is a session beer. It's as simple as that. I've said it a million times. And I've drunk the whole lot on the video, which I really, really do. If it just had a bit more body, just a little bit more body, get it up to about 5.2% ABV just to lift that body, it'd probably be very good. But they call it a session beer, and I'm not going to keep rattling on about it being a session beer. It's all right. It's all right. I wouldn't buy it. I'm glad I've tried it. Again, thank you very much, Pete, for bringing it over, and thank you very much for coming over. It's lovely to see you. Good old catch up, always good. It's all right. It's just another BrewDog beer. There you go. Done. See you later.